Well, g'day, and welcome back again to Jiaoqing. And today you find, well, we're on the bridge at the moment, heading over to Gaoyao. Sounds like we might have a train on our way past us here. So we might give this a minute to go past so that we are not getting drowned out by the noise. Big heavy freight train rattling on past us. No idea what he's carrying, but yeah, by the sound of that engine was really pulling hard. But the reason I actually started filming here was because as we turn this camera around, I just wanted to point out these huge big bollards in front of the bridge here to protect the bridge structure from these boats that are coming through. I did just want to point out, wow, we can see this sign here rattling as this train goes by. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, the whole bridge shaking under our feet. But yeah, these bollards here, if you've been watching for a while, you know we had a look at some flooding down here on the river. I don't even remember when that was, 6 months ago. And these bollards were basically underwater. And now as this boat comes by us, we can see how high these are. So those bollards are sitting about the same height as the top of these shipping containers here. We have 1, 2, 3 levels of shipping containers under there. So yeah, those bollards, basically 3 shipping containers high above the water at the moment, maybe a little bit. Yeah, it'd be about 3 shipping containers. I think the shipping containers are sitting a fraction above the level of those bollards, but the 3rd shipping container down isn't quite sitting at water level. So, and that gives you some idea how much higher this river was sitting when it was in flood. Amazing amounts of water coming down here. It's a fairly big river anyway. We've actually got some work being done on the right-hand side here. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Okay, it's in the other side of this fence. Just hold up, let this bike go through. But yeah, something happening in there. Not entirely sure what it is, but yeah, work being done. Looks, actually we've got lots of paint tins down here. Looks like there's some sort of painting going on along the train line. We've got another big, looks like a generator on our other side here. So it's all go. So yeah, we're headed over to Gaoyao. We're actually going to head down this way to our right-hand side first. Have a look at what's going over there with the this development in this village that we were the last there maybe 3 months back over that way. And hello, and we are going to go and have a look, just see how everything's progressing over there. Then we are going to wander down this way and head through Gaoyao. I'm going to try and find some new areas that I haven't been down before and just go for a walk and see what we can see. So I'm not sure how far we're going to go. We may well end up right down at the other end at the next bridge along there, and head back over the river at the next bridge and then walk back along the river to home. Well, I don't know. We'll see how we go. So yeah, stick with us. We'll get our way over to the little village over here, and then we will be back with you. So we've just come off the bridge, we're walking back, and we've got this, I'm not even sure what it is, some kind of little tugboat down here, towing, which will come out behind here in a minute, a barge. I've not seen that before. I've not seen what I would call a tugboat here before. Yeah, it's towing some sort of barge. You've got no idea what that barge would be used for. It's a odd looking thing. I thought it was it was one boat sinking really, really low into the water, and the middle of the boat being underwater, but no, it's a tugboat towing something. So yeah, I'd love to find out what that barge is. If you have any ideas what that could be used for, let me know. We're on our way now into this little village over this way, so hopefully no more distractions on our way. Okay, so we are at the entrance to Shangqingwan village now. Got to be careful, we've got bikes coming up behind us. Quite a few people down here by the look of it. There's a number of people walking up the road here. Going to take us down into the village area here and give you a look at what's gone on down here since we were here last. Hopefully there's a few changes since we were last here, and there's a bit of new stuff to look at. We'll see how we go with that. Someone with their dog walking up the path. So as I've mentioned before, this is a place I used to come quite often to take photographs down here of sunsets. You actually get really good sunsets. We've got the river on our right. You get really good sunsets down over the river. And up on our left, well, down on our left down here is the old Catholic church, which is a very, very old structure. You used to climb up behind, so the church is down here in front of us. We used to climb up behind the church and get the sunset photos with the steeple of the church in the foreground. Absolutely beautiful. But this was one of the first really good places I found here in Jiaoqing. When I first came here, I discovered this little spot. And before they did all the development down here, which is ongoing as we speak. Hello. I used to come down here, and they've got these big, beautiful trees down over here, which I used to often come and sit underneath. Just, hello, how are you? So here we have these new, so we've got some of the upstairs areas up here are opened up now. So this has all been redeveloped recently, which we got a bit of glare from that sun. It's a little bit difficult to see. But we'll move forward a bit, try and get out of that. But these buildings have been done up. They look really, really good. Really, really nice job. A lot more old buildings behind here. We'll go for a walk down that way in a minute, but first of all, we'll head down this way. Hello. And give you a look. So we've got a nice little coffee shop in here. I've been in there for a drink when we met a couple of viewers from the channel who live here in Jiaoqing. And everything down here is brand new. It's they've done we can get down the bottom here now, or maybe not, it's fenced off. Maybe they've jumped some fences to get down there. But all of this has been built in the last 12 months. It's an absolutely spectacular job they've done down here. We've got quite a good crowd of people here actually. So yeah, I used to come and just sit down under the trees here, but they've got all this structure now. Absolutely gorgeous to come and have a look at. So last time we were here, over the other side here, we couldn't actually get into a lot of these buildings over here. Looks like we can get down there now, so we'll okay, it's not fenced off. We will wander down this way and have a look around the other side here for the first time. So we do still have work being done here. So this bridge is all brand new. So I was over, where was I? I'd gone over to the Baogong Park is over this way, over the other side of the river. And I was walking back one night. I can't remember what it was for. It might have been Spring Festival, something like that. But I saw this bridge from over the river. And I looked at it and went, what's that bridge? I've never seen that bridge before. That's all brand new. So I had no idea what all that was. Okay, so we can't get much further around there. We have people walking on the edge of the waterway here. We might try and... yeah, we'll try and walk around that way. We'll see how we go. And yeah, I saw this bridge, and so I think it was the next day I came over for a look. So we're going to wander around on this thin little pathway here, try and get our way around to the other side, and have a look what we've got around the other side of this structure, which is all brand spanking new. Wow, so in here we have, I'm not sure what this is going to be, but wow, that looks really, really good.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And then we head upstairs. Aye. And we'll see what we've got up these. Oh, so we can walk right through this. We got a little cave system. Another room up here, still under construction by the looks. Wow, look at this. Really, really cool. Wow, it'd be a nice spot. I don't know if this is going to be some kind of setup for dining or something, maybe. They're going to set up some sort of restaurant around here, and this you can hire the private rooms. But wow, sitting up here looking out at these views, wow, it'd be gorgeous once they get the plastic off of these windows. Be a spectacular spot. I love how they've done this with the concrete to put in this. Looks like real tree branches coming up. And even up the top here, that actually looks like what it looks like, you know, when a sort of branch falls off a tree and it's not a neat cut. That's really, really cool. And then we've got vines creeping up the walls here. But again, it's all concrete. It's all handcrafted. Looks absolutely spectacular. So, which way from here? We'll go, I think we'll go up this way because there's people coming up the other way. So we're not going to be able to get back down to the bottom section. Okay, up to the top up here. Nice little viewing platform up here. And here we can see the views right out over the river. Absolutely gorgeous. So this mountain up here is one we climbed 2 or 3 months back. We have General Mountain over this way. The main part of the city is over this way. There's a bridge we just walked over. And the old church over this way in the distance. So let's carry on around here and we'll cross over that little bridge. That little bridge that we saw. Or do we stay on this side? No, it doesn't look like much has been done on this side yet. But there is more stuff going to be done up this side of the village here, but not done yet. So as we come over the bridge, we find ourselves up in the structure that we just walked underneath. So we have another little private dining room here. Big windows available. Wow, look at that reflection off of there. I was going to try and give you a look in the window, but can't really see much in there. The sun's reflecting off that too well. Heading over up another level here, and then we have another level above us here. But you know, all of this is done in concrete, but all made to look like real trees. And then as we come over this way, we actually do have some real trees over here. So they've built it around these trees. So this is, hello again. This is all concrete here, but then the real trees are beside it here. So it's been, yeah, built around. They've tried to keep the trees in place. Can we see anything? Not much to see over that way yet. There is a temple over here we're going to have a look at that they are constructing. I don't think it will be finished yet, but we'll try and find our way down. I think the steps down are up this way. Yes. Oh, is that them? Yes, this is them here. Actually, no, let's get up. Let's get up to the top level. Give you a look from up here first before we head down to the bottom. So this is an absolutely gorgeous little spot. Really, really nice. Lots of kids running around. Looks like we've got new toilets being put in down the bottom here. We've got this new temple looking building over here, and then over this way, we'll duck around behind this tree because there's someone there taking photos. Over this way we have all these old buildings which are still being refurbished. And here's a better look at this. I think it'll be some kind of temple. It looks like some kind of temple building to me, but absolutely gorgeous. It's a fantastic job they're doing down here. Really, really nice. So let's get back downstairs and show you what's happening down there. So we're back down at ground level now, and this is all the old buildings here that have all been refurbished. Just over to our right, over this way, we do have a little drink shop over here underneath the structure. But over to our left, this is all really, I don't know how old these buildings are, but they look substantially old. So we can see some are in quite a state of disrepair. We have what I would imagine is temporary stairs for the workers going up here. And then, yeah, a lot of stuff being refurbished here. So this here is this new, like I say, I think it's a temple, some sort of temple building, but I'm not sure. Looks absolutely spectacular. We have the buildings heading up through the village there, but we'll head off to our left down here. Have a look down this way. All these lanterns up here. Wow, they look really, really good. We have a little supermarket type shop in here, which doesn't look like they're open at the moment, surprisingly. I would have thought today would be their big day. Wow, I love all these little corner pieces they've stuck in the buildings. Looks really good. And as we look over this way, we see the work in progress. So all the window frames are being redone, door frames. Most of them have got new roof structures put on them. They just look amazing. They're doing such a good job here. Gaoyao is, oh, we've got more toilets down here. So women's toilets here, looks like men's toilets up the stairs around the back. But another building being refurbished here. And then as we head up the hill, we see the buildings have all been painted recently, all bright colours. Looks really good. Looks like we might even have an observation point right up the top up there. We'll have a look. We are going to walk back up that way, but just have a look back through here. A lot of work going on. It's going to be absolutely glorious. I can't wait to come and see this place once it has been completed. All right, so we're now going to head up the steps, up through the village a little bit, and give you a look up there. Okay, so we're now heading up the steps through the village here, which as we get up out of the sort of refurbished area down the bottom, we see all the well, not all, but a lot of the houses up here have been painted up these bright yellows. We've got oranges up there. I think there was some blues and pinks up there. maybe not the blues. Maybe they've saved that. There's a lot more colours. The village down the far end behind us is a lot more colourful. There's a lot more colours included, but as we look up through here, we can see a lot of the buildings there all painted up. Hello, how are you? So we've got another public toilet up here that actually smells really bad. There's a bit of a stench coming down from that one, but it's just such a lovely, sort of cool and refreshing area down here with all of the shade from the trees and stuff. And you get the breeze blowing up the river. It's absolutely beautiful. One thing you'll see everywhere here is when you have staircases like this, you also have these ramps up the middle for people to bring their bikes along with them up and down the staircases. Now, okay, so that one I think's got a top view up is up along this way. We actually might, no, we'll wander down through here. There is another road up above us, which is sort of the main road. Get a lot of trucking going through there and stuff. So over this way in front of us is Gaoyao. If we go back down this way, maybe a couple of kilometres down this way, it's quite a large port area there. A lot of cement stuff, blue metal, sand, a lot of building supplies loaded down there. And I think from memory, there's also a cargo port. Oh, so this building here's actually got a picture of the village in here. Wow, it looks really good. I really need to get up here earlier in the day when the sun's a little bit higher in the sky and come down and get some photos with the drone. But look at these all coloured up, these beautiful colours. A lot of people, hello.
Welcome to China.
Well, thank you. So a lot of these, a lot of people, you know, that I've spoken to, you know, Jiaoqing people said, oh, they don't like this, all these buildings being painted up, which I'm with them. I do prefer the, let's see if we've got one around the corner here, but something with a little bit more original brickwork showing is my preference. But yeah, there's not really one around. They've all been painted up. But the problem with that is you can go anywhere and see those buildings with the traditional brickwork. This just makes it stand out. So I wouldn't want to see China doing this everywhere. You know, all the little villages being done up like this. See, they must have spent a fortune. They would have had to render all of these buildings with concrete before they could paint them. So yeah, here we have some of the original brickwork here, which I love seeing that come through. But that's not the way we are here. So yeah, they've made this village special, which I do like. It is very, very cool. Nice view down here from down over the river. So here we've got the church right down in front of us, the church steeple. And then as we move around, sort of see a bit more of the, we haven't really been over the other side, looking at the village over there, which is all painted up as well. But beautiful, beautiful views. So it's still, yeah, the sun at the moment is going down right over here, over the mountains. But you get into the middle of summer and the sun goes down right through here. Absolutely beautiful. You get get photos of the church steeple, the sunset behind it, the sunset reflecting off the river with boats driving through and stuff. Absolutely beautiful. Another little viewing platform here. Yeah, such a gorgeous spot. It's like I said earlier, I used to come out here just because it was really, really quiet. nobody ever came over here. That old church, which is very, very, very old. It's a very historic site here, but nobody knows about it because, you know, there's not really much in the way of Catholics here, so they don't really care about it. But it is, I would think, quite an important site. But nobody knew about the place. I used to say to people, have you been over the river to the old Catholic church? And they would always say, what old Catholic church? Nobody knew. But yeah, as they've done it up, they've sort of ruined it for me. It's not the quiet little place where you can go and hang out and have nobody there anymore. It's become much, much more crowded, a lot more tourists coming through. So we are now on our way down to, we're going to go down along the river here, down towards the new beach area, have a look at what's going on there, and then we're going to chuck a right. We're going to head up through Gaoyao City and try and get through some of the, find some streets and stuff that I've never been down before. So stick with us. We'll be back with you once we get down towards the beach area. So here's another thing that's been done recently. So they've, I don't know what that is, some kind of concrete scree that they've put over this hill just to hold all the land and hold all the soil and stuff in place. But then these creeping type plants have been planted down here. So I imagine they're hoping they're going to grow right the way up this wall. That'll be really interesting to come and have a look at again in maybe a year's time and see how those plants are progressing. It's yeah, always changes happening here. This is very, very new. Looks like they're doing some building work up there actually. It looks like there's a couple of builders accommodation huts up the top of that hill, but I'm not going for a walk up there. I don't know what's going on up there, but we'll carry on down this way. So down along the riverfront here, we have a lot of people down there actually, down in these gardens, taking care of their veggie plots. It's yeah, quite busy down there today. A lot of looks like a lot of parents with their children down there. We've got some fishermen down here, and look at these, where these boats have been tied up, the water flowing down, and all this rubbish has built up down in here. That's pretty horrible actually, pretty horrible thing to see. So just looking back along this way, back towards that little village we were just in, all these apartments over here are all brand new. We have a heap more new buildings over this way, all brand new. These ones in here actually, these look really, really nice. Looks like a really good building. But yeah, a lot of new stuff happening down this end of the city. Yeah, development's slowly moving on here. But yeah, they look really good. I could handle living in a place like that, looking out over the river, amazing views. It's a great little spot. I'm glad to see Gaoyao sort of moving forward. For a long time, there seemed to be a lot of development happening over in Gaoyao, a lot of development happening in Dinghu, but nothing seemed to be happening over here in Gaoyao. It stayed very much as it was for a long, long time. And yeah, it's good to see a bit of stuff, you know, with this village, the village up the other end of town, all these new apartment buildings. Over this way is Golden Elephant Mountain that we had a look at a few weeks back. A lot of stuff happening up there, a lot of tourist stuff going in. So hopefully they start getting a lot more people attracted into this area, a lot more tourists coming through. So here on our left we have the start of this new beach area, which they've brought in all of this sand and stuff. Well, it's a noisy motorbike. and they've done a really, really good job over here. This looks absolutely fantastic. We see this extends right the way down to the water down here, although nobody actually going swimming in the water down here. But they've done a really, really good job. The beautiful views over the river from here. There's heaps of seating down here along for parents to sit down. And then as we wander down this way, there's a whole lot more areas just like that. If you haven't seen the earlier videos that we've done here, we've been down here a couple of times. It'll be interesting to see what more stuff, if any more stuff, they have since I was here last. This boat down here, that looks like it's actually been beached up on the riverbank. Just looking at it, looks like it's, yeah, it is. It's sitting at a really weird angle. So that probably got beached last time we had floods here. They're probably going to have to wait another, I don't know, another 5 or 6 months before the next floods, before they can really do much about moving that. Yeah, that's well and truly stuck up. Kids making a lot of noise up there. So we're actually going to go down the bottom way, but up in underneath here we have a lot of little shops, coffee shops and the like, so parents can sit up there. We've got a good crowd of people down here today. It is a good, I think this is about as busy as I've ever seen it. So yeah, a lot of people enjoying this. It has been a very, very good thing that the local government here has done. Really got people out, families out, enjoying the space. They've made the space, you know, this was horrible little dirty, horrid area down the riverfront. They've cleaned it all up. They've made it really good, made it usable so that kids can now come down and actually spend some time enjoying themselves down here. Got some little, what are these little tank track things? They're all charging up here at the moment, but looks like the kids can get on these little buggies and go for a little ride around. Can we see any of them actually in use around the place? Can't see any in use at the moment. They might be a nighttime thing they come and put on during the evening. As I've mentioned before, you know, afternoons can be very, very quiet here. What are we now? It's coming up on 4:30 in the afternoon now. So I don't know if they have, I'm just looking around to see if they have any lighting down, hidden in any of the trees or anything, in the palm trees. Or, okay, I know, we have a lot of lighting up here, pointing down over the beach. So they do light it up at night time so kids can come down and play in the evening. Oh wow, these are new as well. Look at these. Oh, these are statues, but they shoot water out by the look of them. So we have a fish here, we have a dolphin, and we have a number of these right the way along. So yeah, up this platform up above us, underneath this platform, big open area, lots of shops, coffee shops and stuff in there. Parents can come and hang out there. I do like these statues they've put in. Seahorse there, another dolphin, couple of dolphins up here. So they'll squirt water out. That's very, very cool. Lots more of the beach area here. Yeah, it's really, really good. This is, like I say, it's about as busy as I've ever seen this little area before. There's a lot of, oh, we do have a couple of people swimming down here. Got swimming rings on. You do occasionally get people swimming here, but swimming's not a big thing here. Well, not in this part of China. I don't know about other parts of China, but they do have a swimming event. A little kid just ran out in front of a bike. That's really good. They do have a swimming event here every year where they swim from, I think from the platform over here, and they'll swim right the way across the river. That happens, I'm not sure what time of year that happens. I have been trying to find out, haven't managed to find out yet. But yeah, really, really good little event. I have watched that a couple of times way back when I first came here. I haven't noticed it happening recently. So we get up another level, we've got another nice big sand area here. So I don't know where all of this sand came from, whether they've just brought it up from beaches down on the coast or what. But again, good crowd of kids in here, all enjoying themselves. Nice little viewing platform over here, so you can sit out there, look over the river. We've got some slides coming down here from the next little beach area up here. So we have all the buckets and shovels and stuff, all the play equipment for the kids. Come along and buy that for your kids. They're very, very cheap. So up the top here, again, another big sand area. Now they do have pictures somewhere pointing down this way of little go-karts, but I haven't seen that yet. We have a new structure been built down this way as well. See if we can zoom in on that a little bit. Not really, but some kind of structure in here. That looks like something they'll set fires in. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have a look when we get over that way a little bit closer. They have signage up talking about off-road go-karts up here somewhere, but I can't see any sign of that yet. So we are now going to head up. We're actually going to head up this way and head up through the city itself. Go for a walk through there, see if we can find some new spots that we haven't seen before. So stick around. When we get up that way, we will we'll get back to you and show you what's going on up there. Okay, so we are now heading into sort of Gaoyao city. I don't know where we're going to end up. We just got. So this looks like it's all restaurants along here. So a lot of it is closed at the moment. We're what? Just gone 4:30. So probably another half hour. All these shops will be starting to open. I can see quite a few people around, sort of preparing kitchens and the like. Yeah, so it looks like both sides of the road here are largely food establishments. So yeah, they'll be opening for the evening, probably within a half an hour to an hour, getting ready for serving dinners to the local population. Wow, look at this building over here. Actually, let's see if we can't cross the road. Have a look at this shop over the other side here, this restaurant. I have seen this done before, but the whole front has been done to look like some kind of rock structure here. Wow, looks really good. Had one of these in near 7-Star Lake Hotel, but it's closed off. But I love how they've done the exterior of this building. Looks really, really good. But yeah, it's all largely food establishments, both sides of the road, right the way along here. So all still a little bit early, everything's still closed. It's very, very quiet actually. There's very, very little happening on the streets. There's not much traffic around. It's well, having said that, the road up behind us along the riverfront, which I just took quite some time to cross the road, that road was really busy. But you get off there to that riverfront road, it's very, very quiet and peaceful down here today. Oh, we have a fish shop over the road. So if you want to buy yourself some pet fish to put in your house, there's one of the shops that you go to. I've mentioned before, pet shops here. Is that only fish in there? I'm just having a bit of a look as we walk past. Yes, only fish. Yeah, pet shops here. You know, you go to a pet shop, well, I don't know what it's like in the bigger cities in Australia, but my little hometown, pet shops sell dogs, cats, guinea pigs, rabbits, fish, birds, everything. All the types of pets that you can have will be in the one pet shop. Here, very, very different. So we have shops like that one just back there which sells goldfish. Then you'll have a shop, we've got a shop just up the road from where I live, which sells birds. You'll have another shop that sells cats, another shop that sells dogs. It's all very, very, very tailored. They sort of have their speciality, and that's all they sell. Which is, I would have thought, well, I don't know, I guess maybe shops, a lot of shops here are quite small. They don't have a lot of floor space. So maybe that's the reason they tend to specialise a bit more than they would back home in Albany. You tend to have more floor space, but also, no, actually I have no also. There is no also to go along with that statement. I'm just trying to decide, do we keep going down this main street or head down, let's go down the alleyway down here. We're trying to find new places we haven't been, so let's go down this way. So we have the backs of houses. So these, oh no, they won't be quite up to the riverfront. Actually, they look like they might be about to be pulled down. This couple of the apartments in here look like they've had everything stripped out. All the door frames, window frames. So yeah, maybe there's going to be more development along this way as we go along. But quite an older section down here by the look of it. And I don't know where it's going to take us. So another little alleyway heading back down between buildings. What have we got on our left up here written on this wall? Okay, it's all pinyin, it's not English. Guojiu Fu Chiang Min Zu Jen Sing Ren Min Sing Fu. Right, if anybody can translate what that means, let us know in the comments down below, because I have no idea. Oh, this is a nice looking vehicle, Geely E8. That is a nice looking car, very sporty looking thing. So this, I think, would be one of the poorer parts of Zhaoqing. I think there's probably less money here than places like Guangzhou, Dinghu, Sihui. There will be some other smaller places that are maybe not as well off as Gaoyao, but in terms of the really big major centres within Zhaoqing, I think Gaoyao would be at the bottom of the pile economically. I could be wrong with that. There is a lot of, when you get out sort of further out the back this way, there's a lot of farming. Out to the right, a couple of kilometres back down that way, there's a lot of manufacturing, a lot of factory type stuff. So yeah, I don't really know where they would stand economically actually. Sort of you get the impression that there's less money just because a lot of the buildings look older. But then if you go over to Guangzhou, yeah, yes, there's a lot of new buildings in Guangzhou, but there's still a lot of old areas like this. So I should probably learn a bit more about Gaoyao before I go saying too much. Hello. Oh, I do laugh at that. Everyone says welcome to China. I've been here a long time. I think it's too late to welcome me to China. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. but they all want to be friendly. It's very cool. It is a very, very friendly society here towards foreigners. It's one of the things that makes it a real pleasure being here is people are genuinely friendly. It is genuinely safe. It is a magic spot to be. And especially now, you know, with all the technology stuff and whatnot going on here, and the there's so much infrastructure, there's just everything is advancing so quickly. It really does blow my mind at how fast this place is changing. So we did the drone show over in Sing Sing. What was that? A couple of weeks ago? And they had the drones with the fireworks attached, which it's the first time I'd seen. I've seen videos of that before, but it's the first time I'd seen it live. And then I just saw a video the other day where they had that truck go by making a racket. I just saw a video the other day. So drone shows have always been at night, you know, they have the LCD lights or LED lights or whatever lights they have. And then, you know, they can attach fireworks. And it all works best at night time when it's dark, because that's when you best get a good look at what's going on. But I just saw a video the other day showing a drone show happening during the day. And now, instead of lights and fireworks, they're actually dropping, I don't know what it is, but some kind of coloured powder in the sky. And you know, all the drones are in formation. They drop this coloured powder and they're creating these amazing pictures in the sky with this some kind of smoke or powder that just floats in the air. Looked absolutely amazing. Actually, if you saw the fireworks video the other day, the very first thing that went up before the drones started doing their thing, there was a big shot of fireworks with like coloured smoke coming out. And I think that's the same stuff that they're using on these drones. And it just hangs in the air, and they create these amazing looking pictures, absolutely stunning. So having been wanting to see drones with fireworks for quite some time, finally seeing that, I now have something totally new that I want to get along and see. Just everything happens here so quickly. I believe they've just done a drone show somewhere featuring 16,000 drones, which is a new world record. It is absolutely mind-boggling what they can do with them things. And seeing the uses for drones now. We have a company based out here in Gaoyao somewhere which has heavy lift drones. So if you're looking at doing something up on top of this building here, putting in a new air conditioning unit or something, use a drone to pick your air conditioning unit up and carry it up there rather than having to get in a crane or anything like that. They just fly them up to the top. They got work going on, so they've probably, I would imagine, used them out on the Golden Elephant Mountain while they've been doing all of this work out there. I imagine they've been lifting some of the stuff up there with drones. A car stuck here behind a truck. And I saw on a WeChat video the other day, like a life-saving ring, like those guys were swimming with back in the river. But they've now got propellers on the four corners of these corners. It's one big long corner, but 4 points around the circle of the life ring. They have propellers, and so if someone's drowning, you just fly your drone, fly a life ring out and drop it right by the person who is stuck in the water. It's amazing what they can do with these drones now. Just, yeah, watching the advancements, it's just mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing. I was actually watching a video last night on YouTube about AI and why China is going to lead the world in AI, and it's largely because, you know, the US sort of started it off, but they're not really doing very much with it that I've seen. I don't know, maybe they're being much more secretive than China about what they're doing with AI, but China is using, you know, it's not just chat bots and things for people to ask questions of, which is how I mainly use AI, but they're using it in agriculture. So they'll use AI, they'll put all the statistics into AI, and AI will come back with answers to whatever questions you have about, I don't know, whatever farmers have questions about. In industry, the best ways to organize things. You know, you have these ports. I think there's one in Shanghai now, which the whole port is run with AI and robotics. All the vehicles and stuff, they're all driverless vehicles and the like. Oh, so we have a vets in here. Veterinary surgery. Not had any dealing with vets in China, not having a pet. I don't know how good or bad they are. I imagine they're as good as anywhere else. Yeah, the AI, they're really finding very innovative ways to use AI that real everyday people can benefit from. It's an amazing, you know, I've said earlier, it's an amazing place to be. It's an amazing time to be here. Everything that's going on here at the moment, you know, we're in a little bit of a downturn at the moment. You know, it's funny actually when they talk about, everyone talks about this downturn in China and how China's gonna fail. China's still moving ahead. You know, the GDP and stuff is still going up. It's just not going up as quickly as it has in the past. You know, in the past it went up at a phenomenal rate. You can't keep that up forever. So yes, things have slowed down, but things are still on the improve as we go through. Sure, we must have some kind of school over here on the right, this big building. Looks like school playground in behind there, but it's shops on the bottom floor. Okay, so school buildings up in the back there, and it looks like schoolrooms up the front, up the top 2 floors, 3 floors in this front area, and then more schoolrooms of some form up the back, playground in the middle. Can we see any signage there as to whether it's a middle school, primary school, high school? Can't see anything there. No idea. Oh, here we have another of these fish shops, so you can come here and buy your fish. have a look at these fellas in here. And then lots more fish available. Wow, look at this fella. Look at this big black one in here. Looks like he's pregnant actually. Or he's just fat. But yeah, lots and lots of fish, different types of fish available. It is such a, yeah, just a good time to be here. And, you know, I'm not even in one of those places. Oh, here we have a wheelbarrow being lowered down by a cable. So they're obviously filling up the wheelbarrows, hoiking them up to the top of the building here to do whatever they're doing there. Right, out onto the road to get past where they're working here. Yeah, like where I am, you know, there's not, compared to a lot of other places, there's not a lot happening here, but there's still stuff happening. Everywhere you go, there's stuff happening. There's building work going on, reconstruction, new stuff happening. It's just, it is the best time, I think, to be here. There will have been other times when it probably moved quicker, but now with the technology we have with translators and AI and stuff, it's a lot easier now to find out what's going on. It's not just sort of watching changes happening and not really knowing what's happening. Now, yeah, you can find out all this information about what's going on around the place. We have the China National Games happening here at the moment, which we have a couple of events happening here in Jiaoqing. I haven't actually been to see anything yet. I don't know if I'm going to get to see anything. I'm sort of, yeah, I'm not that interested. I don't really get off that much on watching sports. I like to play things, but watching's not really my thing. And we've done a bit of sports stuff on the channel, sports events happening here, and I'm a little bit over it, really. We do actually have the next 2 weeks, I'm actually off classes. So we might try and make an effort and get to see something, but I don't know. But yeah, our students have got 2 weeks of military training coming up, which every sort of college, university does 2 weeks of this when they get new students. So all the first year students are off doing this training. And yeah, they do 2 weeks of that. It's all about, you know, learning teamwork and working hard and all that sort of thing. Getting to know your classmates and stuff. It's really quite funny. Every year when this military training is sort of coming up, I'll ask my students, oh, are you looking forward to the military training? And they all, so, you know, just about all of them, oh no, I don't want to do that. Can't we just do classes? They're really not into the whole idea of it. But then once the military training has finished and you get back into doing classes again, you get back to class, oh, how was military training? Oh, it was so good, we had such a great time. I wish it didn't have to end, all this, you know, they very, you know, it's I think a bit daunting for them before it starts. But once they get into it, they love it. They have a really good time. It is a really good thing. I don't know how much in the way of different skills they learn, but it is, yeah, they call it military training. I wouldn't myself. It is run by the military, But for me, I would call it something like team building training or something like that. It is all, you know, it's not about learning military skills. It's about learning teamwork, learning self-discipline, all that kind of thing. It is a really good thing. And yeah, like I say, the students come back, big smiles on their faces. They have a really good time. The guys who actually do the training, you know, I've watched it now for, this will be my 8th or 9th time. I've been here coming up on 9 years. Probably my 8th time actually watching the military training. I will get out there and do some video, not some videos, I will get out there and have a look a couple of days. But it does appear to be a lot of the same guys every year doing the stuff, a lot of the same military guys. So yeah, I don't know how many of them are the same, but there are certainly a few very, very familiar faces that I see every year. I did say there, I'll get out there and have a look. I won't be videoing that because they are military people and they don't want their faces publicized and stuff. So, and they also don't want, I've had a chat with a couple of people who are involved in the military, in the Army cadets at the college. And another reason they don't really like that stuff being filmed is because there's already enough crap talked about China. And you know, you get that sort of thing on film, people are just going to say, oh yeah, see China, it's all militaristic. And no, it's not. It's not like that at all. You're an idiot if you think that way. But so yeah, we won't be videoing that. We will maybe try and expand on that, do a video about the military training, just talk about it and give you a little bit more information about it. I'll have to dig up some more information on that subject. So we are now, so just up here we have another brand new building. I'm not really sure what that actually is. That's on the riverfront. We're now heading up. We've got a few hundred yards in front of us is the Sing Sing River. Runs right the way back through, right past my friend's house, back in Sing Sing. We're going to get over the river. We're going to duck through and have a look at what more development has happened over in the little village over here at the other end of Gaoyao. And then we'll be ready to head back home. So stick with us. We'll be back with you once we get over the other side of the Sing Sing River. So here we have another big difference between Australia and China. These apartment buildings here, they've all got verandas out the front. It is, what's the time now? It's 5:15 on a Sunday afternoon. It is 26 degrees. In Australia, all of these balconies, you'd have people sitting out there having a beer, maybe a little barbecue out there, cooking up dinner. I've just been scouting all of these balconies. I can see two people, I can't even remember which one it was, over here somewhere. Two people sitting outside having a drink. The rest of them, they're just used for hanging clothes out, drying their washing. That's all they're used for. So these apartment buildings, they actually look fairly new, maybe 10 years old. Trying to remember if they were still under construction when I arrived. No, I think they were completed. These ones, I think from memory, are a little bit newer. Wow, look at how blue that sky is behind there. That's just it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, afternoon, evening. When does afternoon become evening? I'm not sure whether it's afternoon or evening right now as we speak, but who was it? The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon. We'll call it pre-evening. Pre-evening. But yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here. 26 degrees, there's a nice little breeze blowing through. absolutely gorgeous. It is a really, really good time of the year to be here as well. It's not too hot anymore, but still nice. Haven't got into that cold weather yet. We're probably maybe another month from getting to the point where I'm going to maybe think about not wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Maybe still wear shorts, but put a jumper on or something like that. We will have maybe 2 months of cooler weather where, you know, you're wearing long sleeves and long pants and stuff. But generally, it's pretty damn good here. So we are now going to head off to our right here. We have to head to the right, get over the bridge, get over the river, and then we'll take you through this little village up the back here. So another thing worth looking at here, we have, I think this is a high school in here, but in here, so this little covered area, the walkway into the, I imagine what is the office building, all covered with solar panels. We have parking here, we have, maybe it's a sports playing ground under there, but more covered areas down there. It's all solar panels now. So one thing China's doing very, very well is renewable energy. There is a lot of solar power around the place. I have mentioned before, when I'm in a car heading out towards Sing Sing, there's a lot of sort of fish breeding ponds and stuff like that out that way. And they've covered a lot of them with these roofs, and they're all solar panels. It's you just see them everywhere now. I'm told that, you know, China is putting up more renewable energy per year than the rest of the world combined, is information I've heard. So a couple of delivery bikes over here, so delivering food to the students, who we can see the couple of girls up on the balcony there. So they've stayed here for the weekend. I don't know, it does look fairly quiet in there actually. So it's probably just the students who live further afield that stay there for the weekend, I imagine. I could be wrong about that. I know my friends over in Sing Sing, when Joanna was in high school, a lot of her weekends were spent in school, but the time that I went over there when she was spending weekends in school was also coming up to the, what's it called? The Gaoyao, the college entrance exams. So students were spending a lot more time in school on the weekends so they could study and be prepared. It's, I don't know that that happens year round. I would hope they get to go home during the weekend and be with their families. So we can see up here the sun is on the way down. The sky is starting to turn red over there. We might get a nice sunset tonight. Actually, the sky looks really good for it. But we're going to head up this way, up onto this bridge, get over this river, and try and get a look through this village before the sun goes down too far. And then we'll be walking back over the main bridge over this way, over the Xizang River, and heading back home. So hopefully that sun, I reckon we might be just about timing it right to be on the bridge as that sun's going down and get a nice look at the sunset. So yeah, here we have the Sing Sing River. A lot of fishing boats parked down along both sides. There's a lot of gardens on the riverbanks. Up this way they have had dragon boat racing. We see the coloured buildings in this way. They've all been painted up in the last sort of couple of years, and that sort of extends right the way down to the village down here, which is the one we're going to walk through and have a look at what's going on down here. Well, that bridge there, I'd like to be able to walk over there, but there's no footpath there. It is just for cars. So we have to come right back up to this bridge. But that's just chock-a-block full of cars at the moment. Just starting to move off. They must have just got a green light over the other side of the river. But once we get down in here a little bit closer, we'll be back with you. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're up off that earlier bridge we were just on. We're heading sort of, that little village that we're heading to is down through here. We can see a few of the painted buildings down there. We're actually going to go back down this way and walk through this little passageway down here. So this tower up on the mountain here. Been up there. I tried to get up there a few weeks back, but it was all closed off. They were doing work. They had scaffolding up over the tower, but that's all been removed now. So we might have to try and do a trip over here again in the next couple of weeks. Try and get up there again, because I would like to get up there with my drone and get some nice close-up shots of that tower. It is beautiful. And the sun, yeah, sun's just gone down behind the mountains there. So Golden Elephant Mountain up here. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful spot. We'll definitely be getting there again in the future. Maybe not doing videos. I might just go up there one day just to go for a walk, because it is an absolutely gorgeous spot. So, yeah, so we're sort of approaching. So behind here we have the Sing Sing River. Down this way we have the Sejong River. They will intersect down over here, but we're sort of heading down. We'll head down here a little ways, and we're going to try and get down another level to where they're doing all the work on our left down here along the riverfront. So lots of eating places in this area. So and a lot of fish, seafood kind of stuff down through here. It is, from the information I've managed to get, it is quite well known for seafood, for fish. Keep saying seafood. Is it seafood if the fish comes from a river? I'm not sure. It's actually quite quiet in here this evening. It is evening by now. I think we'd call it evening, not afternoon. But this little area through here, you can see on the side, we've got a lot of people selling various bits and pieces. This gets really busy, sort of 4:30 in the afternoon during the week. We've got a couple of kindergartens up around here somewhere, which as the kids are coming out of school, the parents will be dropping in here, buying all the food and stuff they want for dinner that night. Another seafood restaurant in here, so it looks like they do fish, ducks and chicken in there. And yeah, here we go, people with fish, cutting the fish up. Someone's obviously bought that. Vegetables on our left, more fish and stuff down here on the left. And then that other bridge that we saw when we were on the bridge that we crossed over, that's this just up above us here. So I think we're going to walk under that and then head down to the left down here somewhere and get down to the riverfront. Oh, old folks playing cards on our left there. I reckon it'd be a nice little community to live in somewhere like this. It's just a really nice little spot. Okay, so we've got, okay, we're gonna head down here to our left, I think, down. Yes, this will get us down there. So all this down this way is all newly done. So all the road's been repaved. More restaurants down here on our left. So another restaurant here. There's more down the bottom here as we walk through. This bridge above us here is really, really busy, especially this time of day during the week. Like I say, it is a Sunday now, so here's one of these buildings painted up yellow here, one painted up blue down here, but we'll see a lot more once we get around the corner here. Yeah, this bridge, very, very busy during rush hour. Incredibly busy. In actual fact, we can see here it's actually two bridges built side by side. I don't know if they were both built at the same time or if they built one and then had to extend it. So we'll cross over the road here. Just have a look down here. All the little fishing boats moored down here. So they'll take off from here, and then gardens all down the front. They'll take off from here, head out into the main river down here. You can see a couple of them, I don't know if they're coming back or heading out. I don't know what the best time of fishing is here, whether they sort of fish during the day or is fishing at night more agreeable. When do the fish bite? I would have no idea. So yeah, all this roadway and stuff down here is all brand new. It's a, yeah, I really hope it's brought more people. So we have a restaurant up here, tables all set up outside. You know, like I said earlier, there's a couple of months of the year where you wouldn't really want to be sitting outside eating dinner. But the rest of the time, you know, nights like this, what are we now? It's still 26 degrees now. It'd be a beautiful, beautiful spot to sit with friends, have a couple of drinks, have your dinner. It's a magic spot. So yeah, hopefully with all this stuff they're doing here, much like with a little village at the other end, hopefully it brings more people in, more people come and start visiting some of these restaurants, because I don't know how well they were known before all of this happened. I certainly hope it's opened a few people's eyes and they're doing better. What do we got? We got road blocked off up here. So just up ahead of us here, we can see this crane up here. They're building another bridge. In fact, I had been guessing that they were building a bridge. I can now see over on the other side of the river. We'll just get past this tree. As you see, a bridge support in here sitting up, and it looks like they're getting another one built in here behind this tree. Yeah, they are building another bridge to get over the river. I think, and I could be wrong here, but I think that is going to be a pedestrian bridge. So from that other village, they've basically redone the pathway all the way along the riverfront. And this is the one part that's lacking, getting over this little bit of river. Once they get that in place, you'll be able to walk, basically do a big circle around this section of river. You know, go over this bridge, walk down along the all the development along the riverfront on the Guangzhou side to the railway bridge, and then from the railway bridge all the way back along this side. It'll be really, really good. I think it'll be a very, very popular walk in the evenings, doing that whole circuit. It's going to be, I'm going to guess maybe 6.5 to 7 kilometers to, or maybe a little bit more, maybe up to 8 kilometers to do the whole circle. So we're heading back up into the village because the pathway down the bottom's there blocked off where they're doing that bridge work. So we'll have to get around that little piece and then we'll head back down again. So see the buildings all up here. Well, not all, but a lot of them have been painted up yellows. We've got more colours here than we had down the other end. So we've got the purples here, there's blues and greens as we go around. And then there's a lot more restaurants and stuff down along this little roadway. We have quite a sizable structure being built in here. Up on the hill behind here, we have another of these towers. I've tried to get up there. I haven't managed to find the path to find our way up there yet. But we're not going to be able to do that for a little while anyway, because that is all scaffolded up. So they're obviously doing some work on that, much as they've done on the one behind us, which they had all covered in scaffold. Hello! All covered in scaffold, and they've painted it up and stuff. In fact, they've done the same thing on the tower over the other side of the bridge, which we'll look at the very, very end of the video. We'll walk past to there and finish. But yeah, I've tried to get up to that tower, but to no avail. Another time. Not yet. Just looking for access down. We should be past that bridge work by now. We should be able to get down onto the foreshore and have a look what's going on down there. Just looking between these buildings for a way down to the bottom. There will be a pathway down there somewhere. Maybe down this one. Yep, this will get us down there. So, oh wow, big viewing platform up here. Been a while since I was actually up the top of here. Last time I just walked down the bottom. I'd kind of forgotten about this big raised viewing platform up here. So yeah, here's all the work going on this bridge here, which, yeah, like I say, I think it's going to be a pedestrian bridge only. In fact, yes, it looks like it's actually going to come across, it's actually going to join onto this platform. If that's the case, it will be only foot traffic. But then all this area down here is all been done recently. It's all brand new. But, oh, they got basketball courts down there now. I don't think that was there last time I was here. So, yeah, it's all going on. Quite a few people down there as well. It seems to be a lot busier than it was last time I was here. Okay, down the ramp here, get ourselves off of this section. Oh, so nice pink building here. Purple, green, orange. Another pink one off the back. There is, yeah, a lot more colour variety here than we had over the other side. Okay, all the young guys on their bikes down here. Hello. Okay, and then we'll get down to the bottom. So, looks like we've actually got some guys in some sort of basketball team down here. They're all wearing the same uniform. Just, I imagine that would be just training, but I don't know. Maybe they just wear the same uniform because they all like the same team. Who knows? Just trying to see what else we can see down here. Anything else going on? Young guys playing badminton down here. We have big grassed area down the bottom. So this pathway here, this blue pathway, is a continuation of what we've seen right past the beach. This carries on right the way around to the bridge over here, and it goes beyond the bridge. I don't know how far beyond the bridge it goes. I don't know if it goes right down to there's another bridge way down past there, another 3 or 4 kilometers past, which would be, that'd be really good if they go right the way around, do all 3 bridges. That'd be very, very good. We're actually going to stop here for a minute. We're going to get the drone up, just get some drone shots of this village before it gets too dark. And then we're going to head over to the bridge over here, get up onto the bridge, and hopefully we've got some sort of decent sunset happening just as we're getting over the bridge. We can see the sun's definitely down now. But stick with us, we'll be back to finish off. Okay, so we're now out the other end of that little village. Got another, looks like they're building another beach area here by the look of it. I wasn't sure, I thought they had this all sort of flattened out for some kind of new building thing happening. But it's looking more and more, we've got palm trees have been put in here fairly recently, I think. Got some people down here having barbecue for dinner, parked on the sand. So yeah, looks like this might be another beach area under construction. We've got the bridge up in front of us that we're going to head up and over. And hopefully we've got some of this sunset still left over once we get on the bridge. We did get the drone up while we were sat down at village. Got some, I think, some pretty good shots of the sunset coming down. So we'll have a look at that once we get the video onto the computer. See how well they came up. Hopefully they came up good. But this is it's a long bridge, this one. This must be a couple of kilometers to get over to the other side. We've walked so far today. We've done, oh goodness, it's getting a bit dark to even see my watch. Looks like 8.5 kilometers walked so far. Be another couple of kilometers to get over to the other side of the river at this point. And then once we are over there, it's about 3 or 4 kilometers to get back home to where we can finally relax. Guys out there running. So all this walkway continues basically right the way down here, and it does continue. I don't know how much further down this way this continues. We're going to have to get on. We might get on the electric bike one day and go for a ride right down this end, try and get to the third bridge over that way and have a look at just how far it does go. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I do hope they continue this right on, because the pathway, the footpath, the walking way along the other side of the river does go all the way through to, from the railway bridge right out to the west, right out to the eastern bridge there. And it would be nice to look at that sunset. I don't know how well that comes up in the camera, but geez, that's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. It's one thing, I have to start getting my DSLR out and start getting out and taking more photos. I sort of used to carry my digital camera around everywhere I went until I started making videos, and that sort of lost favor. I now carry video equipment everywhere I go. I really am. I'm looking at the moment at getting a custom backpack made with compartments specifically, built for my drone, for my Pocket 3 and the bits that go with the Pocket 3, and for my DSLR, so I can have the whole lot on my back wherever I go. But I haven't got around to that yet. I'm going to have to actually find somebody who can help me doing that. Wow, look at that. City all over the other side starting to light up. Lights coming on. Still Still a lot of traffic out on the river with the boats shipping. A lot of shipping out there. And then the sun going down here, absolutely gorgeous. And we are, okay, we've dropped 1 degree. We're still at 25 degrees. Heading over the bridge here, waiting, what's the time? Must be very, very close to the lights. The suspension cables on the bridge here, they've all got LEDs, LCDs, I don't know what type of lights they are, but do up patterns on the bridge, but they're not quite turned on yet. I've got a feeling they might come on at 6:30 or 7, which still puts us, if it's 7, it's still 45 minutes away. Another bridge. This one will be very, very, it's probably, or just trying to decide whether this bridge is actually busier than the Western Bridge. I don't know. I think the Western Bridge might look busier because it's a bit smaller. But yeah, again, peak traffic time, you know, it's a Sunday afternoon, so it's not going to be so busy tonight. But you get here during peak time during the week, this gets really, really busy. Although I think, actually no, the other bridge doesn't either. I was just going to say it might be because of traffic. There's no traffic lights either end of this bridge, so you don't get that traffic build-up. But the Western Bridge doesn't have that either, now that I think about it. It's a long way between traffic lights. So, over the other side here. So if we look back, we won't be able to see it now, but one of the tower that we actually visited is down here. We've got this other tower up on the mountain here. And then over the river here, we've got another tower. So this one over here has been covered in scaffolding for a long, long time. They've been doing stuff to it. The scaffolding has recently come down within the last few weeks. It's all been painted up, so hopefully by the time we get over the bridge, hopefully the lights have come on to that tower, because it does get lit up at night time, and we can get a good look at that before we finish off. We're going to just turn off. We'll come back with you once we get over the bridge to have a look at that tower and finish off. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We do have a little bit more still to come. So another little thing I've never noticed before, I've never been over this bridge quite so late, but down in the river here, I don't know if we can see these, but we've got these little tiny lights shining, making a trail through the river. I've never seen them before, but I can see they go right the way up through to the other bridge, and I imagine they have the same on the other side, just guiding the boats through after dark. Yeah, I've not seen that before. That is something new for me. I'd never noticed. But yeah, just where was it? Just down here somewhere. There we are, flashing away in the middle. So keep the boats on track. So we've just come off the bridge here. Those big towers over in the middle aren't lit up yet. It must be 7 o'clock they come on. I was hoping that the lights on this tower here would be on by now, but they're not, and I'm not going to hang around for it. It's, what are we, 25 to 7. It might be 7 o'clock they come on, which is one of the things I would say they could look at doing here, is changing the times of lights. It's one thing I have in my apartment. When I come home during the summertime, you know, the lights in the sort of stairwell come on at, I don't know, 6:30, which in summertime is maybe a little bit too early because it's still light outside. But in the winter time, when it's dark by 6 o'clock, they still don't come on until 6:30. So you're stumbling up the stairs in the dark. The same thing here. This could do with being lit up already. But this, until recently, this was all covered with scaffold. We did a video here a few months ago. We stopped by here and had a look at this on video. It was all covered in scaffold, but that's all come down. They've painted everything. I hope they're going to open this up for visitors to actually climb up inside of and get up the top of and get a good look. Whether or not they are, I don't know. I don't know how stable that is as a structure. But yeah, it's all very good. Lots of people fishing down here along the river. It's a bit dark to see now, but very, very popular thing along here. There'll be lots of people fishing down here late afternoon as it's getting dark. Still a lot of people down here once it's dark. I'm quite surprised at how many there are. But we are going to call that quits there. It is time to walk home. Like I say, we've got about, I'm not sure, 3 or 4 kilometers walk to get back home, and then dinner. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, we got a couple of chicken rolls sitting in the fridge waiting for me. Did chicken, chips and gravy last night. Always buy a bit of extra chicken and do up a couple of chicken and gravy rolls for the next night. So that's waiting for me at home. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It's a little video. I don't know how much time this is going to be, but I think it's going to be a longer video. But if you enjoyed, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Questions or comments down there in the comment section. Facebook, A Scot in China. Come and join the group. Get involved. Have a chat to some of the other people who watch the channel. And as always, if there's any questions you have about life here in China, in Guangdong, especially here in Jiaoqing, again, down there in the comment section, hit us up with your suggestions. If you come up with a good suggestion, I'll go away, I'll do the research, and we'll get back to you and bring you a video with things that you want to learn about. But it is getting dark. That sunset over there has completely gone now. The sky is dark. So it's definitely time to head home and rest up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe. We'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.